Welcome to the deep dive. We're tackling the burning question on everyone's mind. How will Spencer and Alexandra finally reunite in 1923, Season 2, Episode 7? After their forced separation at the end of last season, their perilous individual journeys have kept you on the edge of your seat, and we're here to sort of cut through the speculation and examine the most compelling fan theories surrounding their highly anticipated meeting.
Exactly. We've looked at what's out there, and our goal is to give you a clear understanding of the leading ideas, not just what they are, but also why they've gained so much traction.
Okay, so the theory that keeps coming up, and for good reason, centers around a train encounter. You'll recall Alexandra was last seen in a really desperate situation, stranded in that brutal snowstorm, having lost her companions.
Yeah, terrible scene.
And the visual of those nearby train tracks in the final moments of Episode 6 felt pretty significant, doesn't it? Especially when you consider the possibility she's carrying Spencer's child, adding, well, another layer of urgency.
What's fascinating about this theory is how neatly it aligns with Spencer's narrative. He's also on a train, urgently trying to get back to Montana to protect his family.
Right.
And that brief glint in the trailer of him running through a train car, looking panicked while everyone else is calm, strongly suggests he witnesses something that demands his immediate attention. Could that something be Alexandra?
It's hard to ignore that potential connection. And the severity of the snowstorm acts as this massive obstacle for both of them. But could it also be the very catalyst that forces their paths to cross unexpectedly?
Like fate intervening.
Maybe the storm even causes Spencer's train to halt near where Alexandra is stranded. The dramatic irony of that is quite compelling.
Building on that idea of a chance encounter, another popular variation sees Alexandra being rescued by a third party. Perhaps they take her to a train depot, maybe Sheridan or Billings. 2 stops a conductor mentioned in an earlier episode, as you might remember.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
The emotional resonance of them finally finding each other on a crowded train or at a bus lane station is, well, undeniable.
Imagine that moment. Or, another more direct scenario, Spencer's train makes an unscheduled stop right near Alexandra's car, and he's able to directly rescue her from the elements.
That would certainly be a dramatic and decisive reunion. Quick and clean, almost.
Yeah.
This leads us to consider theories that involve Spencer taking a more active role in seeking her out. The roadside rescue theory suggests he might get off the train before reaching his final destination, perhaps noticing signs of distress near the railway lines, a stranded vehicle, footprints in the snow, and then finding Alexandra. That promotional image of him on horseback, wearing his signature coat, definitely fuels this idea of a more rugged individual rescue.
It makes you wonder if their reunion might involve them continuing their journey together on horseback for at least part of the way. Now, on the less likely end of the spectrum, a meeting only at the Yellowstone Ranch in Episode 7 feels a little too late in the season, don't you think?
I agree. Especially with the brewing conflicts we're anticipating there.
Exactly.
The narrative tension surrounding their reunion has been building for so long that delaying it until they're both safely back at the ranch seems to, diminish the impact.
It would feel a bit anticlimactic, maybe.
Yeah. And we also need to address a darker possibility that's being discussed.
Oh.
The tragic scenario where Alexandra doesn't survive the harsh conditions.
Oh, gosh.
Given the show's willingness to kill off major characters, this can't be entirely dismissed, though its impact on Spencer's storyline would be devastating.
It would be a brutal twist, for sure. But looking at the dominant predictions, the train tracks and the relentless snowstorm are definitely central.
They really are.
The expectation is strong that Spencer will be instrumental in Alexandra's rescue, and almost everyone anticipates this reunion in Episode 7.
Right.
The most talked about scenarios involve Spencer spotting and rescuing her from the train, Alexandra somehow signaling to his passing train, or a third-party intervention leading to a meeting at a train station.
And according to our analysis of online discussions, the Spencer sees Alexandra from the train and rescues her theory appears to be the most widely held.
That makes sense.
However, the Alexandra tragically succumbs to the storm theory also garners a significant number of mentions, highlighting the inherent uncertainty and danger the show often portrays. You just never know with this series.
So, while a train-related reunion appears to be the frontrunner based on fan speculation and the visual cues we've been given, 1923 has proven it's not afraid to subvert expectations.
Absolutely.
The emotional stakes for Spencer and Alexandra's reunion couldn't be higher.
Indeed. And this brings us to a final point for you to consider. Given the arduous and often brutal journeys they've each endured, and the unforgiving realities of their world, What kind of impact do you think their eventual reunion will have on their individual futures and the overarching fate of the Dutton family?
That's a heavy question.
Will it be a moment of unadulterated joy, or will it be immediately tempered by the looming challenges that await them in Montana? Something to think about.